Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time for some dragon memories. But first, we working on some lenses here. Let's see what we're gonna do on these. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's go back to this. No, it was this one. It wasn't metals. It was this one, Lost City of Brass. That's right. There we go. How y'all doing out there in Twitch land today? What is good? What is good? What is good? Yeah, I like that. I think that's looking pretty slick. Oh shit, Bush. Sorry to hear about that. That sucks. That blows, man. I'm sorry to hear it. I'm glad that you're able to get another one, though. So how do you know your motherboard died? What's good, Ape? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? It's good. Grinding the fuck out of Golem Overlord. Oh, that was fantastic. I don't even know what you're talking about. Display output stop, troubleshooting, leaves it at either dead motherboard or power supply, most likely motherboard. Yeah, but power supply is a lot quicker and easier, right? A lot cheaper to replace. Yeah, but I can't follow it. You have to PM it to me, because I can't click links from the chat. I'm not actually on Twitch. I'm definitely interested in fantastic ROIs. Were either of y'all happening to watch the off the cuff episode from yesterday when we had the creator of Astral Revelation, Spirit Surge? He was dropping some fresh fucking alpha on it. It was great. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm with you. A couple other people have also mentioned that. It's like, yep, no, fuck that. I'm not fucking with them. It's still his company, innit? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't understand. I don't know all that much about it. Yeah, Gene owns Splex. And the game is also owned by Splex, right? Oh, okay. So how does it work? Like, is it its own kind of totally standalone game, or like, is it a game, or what is it? Is it fucking? It's like Terracore, okay. How like Terracore? Like exact ripoff of Terracore, or mechanically similar but separate? Same concept but different, okay. We're probably going to do a relatively short-ish stream tonight. I am fucking booked. But we're going to have some fun. Yeah, Ape, if you want to just DM me that in Discord, I'll take a look at it. And we are in the voice chat if anyone cares to join.
In a world where technology has failed and resources are scarce, survival is the ultimate goal. The only way to thrive in this dystopian world is to control the golems, mechanical beings that scavenge for parts and fight to survive. As a golemancer, your role is to control these powerful creatures using a specially crafted staff. With the staff in hand, you can command your golems to do your bidding, directing them to search for parts, fight off attackers, and carry out your will. But the road to power and control is not an easy one. Other golemancers are out there, all fighting for the same limited resources. You must use your wits and cunning to outmaneuver your competitors and gather the parts you need to keep your golems functioning while simultaneously building up your own power base. The stakes are high in this cutthroat world where every move you make could mean the difference between life and death. Will you rise to the challenge and become the ultimate golemancer? Or will you fall to the wayside, just another victim in the struggle for survival? The choice is yours, but the journey ahead will be fraught with danger and challenge. Are you ready to take on this world of golems and golemancers? The time has come to find out. The first step to becoming a golemancer is to acquire your very own golemancer staff. For 20 swap hive, you can start your journey to become a powerful golemancer today. May the golem god be on your side. Okay then. Well, I don't have 20 swap hives, so I guess I'm not in it yet. And because of that, I can't see much here, but can I actually close this down and just... Alright, so Simsa House is up top, go figure. I mean, yeah, it does look pretty similar. Waxed out. Your rewards have been claimed. Your rewards have been claimed.
Continual small improvements. Let's go ahead for the Hive engine. We can sell some of this scrap and get some monies back. Oh, fucking hell. That is terrible. Go RZFF. Huh, Jux is buying, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, hey, I see TDM Daddy is buying. Buying big. Alright, alright. Jux is trying to make some moves in the Terracore. I feel like our position is pretty decent. Let's load up the game itself. I've only got the one account, but let's just add 2 more on the stake here. So what are your stats looking like on your best account? Because I'm sure you probably have one that's a little bit better than the others. Hey, you got an extra gold wraith lying around on one of your accounts, Ape? Trying to find another one to try and make a move for. Fucking Wax Cloud Wallet. Thank you. Log in the correct fucking account. Sheesh. Failed to fetch a fuck to give. Let's refresh.
gonna one by one go through here and deselect a bunch of shit, and that way we can let it out, let it out, let it out. Bit by bit, making progress. I'm going to send some of these over to the other wax account. No, I'm probably not even going to do that. I'm probably just going to put them all back on the market. Excuse me. Yeah. My NFTs.
still got here tonight? Dropping in value or Shing rhyming? I don't know. That should finally put us over 50k Shing up in this bitch. Oh, I know. There was only 82 that we added. But we're gonna add some Wax Zombie as well. Boop, 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 ba-doo. Hey, guys, can PFP be done on Hive? Let's check Waxiest Races, see if it's actually back up. No, of course it's not. I just want to get in so I can get my shit and sell it. Well, I guess at least it's non-custodial, so it's not taking up room in my wallet, right? Although honestly, at this point, I think I'd rather have it just so that I can sell it. Okay, that's why we did that there. All right, 4, 9, 23. list a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and go liquidity from everything. Extra swap hive left over here, and then we'll go ahead and sell everything we pulled out that was staked against swap hive, and we'll sell all of that into swap hive, and maybe we'll end up even getting a swap hive worth out of the shit. It's kind of doubtful, but it's not impossible, damn it. Will be restaking all of that. It's just got to come out and then go back in to be properly positioned. Forge DEC is the warmer stars, right? Yes. Move Stellar and Pimp to the top. View. Holy all we got is Stellar and Pimp. Perfect! Add liquidity. Next up, Forge Zeeks. Sending from Rick once again. Clearly, this is fast sweep is enabled for this user and currency combination. So fucking send my shit, you fucking fuck. You fucking fuck, you guy. Protected Fog of War, odd ones out, 46 minutes. We're gonna play Alric. We're gonna go. Something, I don't know, we ain't got no. Oh, there we go. We got Lord Arianthus for the fucking return fire. Return fire. Dispel? Yeah, we'll bring it for the Dispel too. Fuck. Oh, more Dolly. I can go with the 7 instead of her. We can go with Captain's Ghost. Or Swamp Spit. Yeah, let's go Swamp Spit instead. There we go. Get some damage with our repair. Wow, 0 fucking misses. Fuck you. And the fucking Retaliate just... How the fuck did we win this? How the fuck did we win this? It's like perfect RNG for our opponent. I brought Swamp Spitter in a no armor situation. That's fucking stupid. She just actually managed to keep going. Wow. Way to go, Runemancer Kai. Fuck. That was a hard carry right there. Unprotected equalizer, equal opportunity. Unprotected equalizer, equal opportunity. We got 18 mana for this equal opportunity. Ain't no life for Earth up in this equal opportunity. Blast shield, fucking hell. Chicken kill. Of course, with the flawless fucking accuracy. Build an entire fucking speed team. And nope, just 100% fucking hits. 0 misses for the game. Fuck you, sir.
With me here, you'll never be lonely. It's so clear, I've always been falling.
Fucking damn it!
Keep you close and savor the moment. You raise my hopes and don't even know it. In a life that's upside down, somehow you turn me around. So stay another night. 'Cause all we have is
What's good, Hollow? How are you doing today, my friend? Oh, yeah, I've been dealing with that the last couple of days as well. She's on the mend now, but it was a couple of less than pleasant days. Oh. Yay, another fucking loss, 3 in a row. Woohoo! Fuck you, game. Fucking bullshit ass, fucking cocksucker, fucking RNG, fucking lies. I just had 2 games in a row where Coral Lurker with blind on my team did not dodge a single attack. Just died. First round, 100% accuracy. Fuck your blind, fuck your dodge, fuck your speed, fuck everything. Fucking done with this shit. No, RNG is fucking trash. Splinterlands fucking programming is fucking trash. Fucking bullshit of every goddamn 5% chance is 122% is fucking bullshit. It's not the fucking card, it's the goddamn game. If the RNG worked, then the card would work. It's amazing how that fucking happens. That being said, I need a wax address for you, sir. I have some things to send you. Well, we have pack voucher NFTs to send out, and then you'll have to, once you have these guys, you'll be able to claim week 1 and first quarter supporters, but you have to have a pack in order to be able to claim those, and this week 1 is about to end. It's not claimable after week 1, so I mean, whenever you want to do it, you do it, and then I'll send you the stuff. Understand you got other things taking your priority right now. Just saying, get around to it before it's too late to get you this, because you're gonna not be happy if you missed out on the week 1 supporter when you actually did. I have your day 1. You will get that one regardless. I also have your packs. You will get them regardless. Yeah, as long as it's a wax address. Cloud Wallet Anchor doesn't really matter. Yep. So I've been reworking my liquidity pools. I want to get things in the correct order. Right now, all I have is Stellar and Pip. Yep, okay, so add liquidity. Next one is going to be Force DEC. Right, that's what we were doing. We were getting DEC. SPS will be next. Voucher. Yeah. What's the address again? And it's 5 wax, right? Good. Crypto for the win, indeed. Yep. Correct indeed.
It don't matter where we go. It don't matter where we stay tonight. 'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. It don't matter what we say. It don't matter how we make things right. 'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. When I'm with you. Everything will be alright. When I'm with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
It don't matter where we go. It don't matter if we lose it all. 'Cause when I'm with you, everything will be
40.
alright. It don't matter if we fall down into the darkest
I
place.
supported day 1.
'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know
Bulk actions.
everything will be alright. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you.
All right, now I'm about to go and drop you some. I'm gonna drop you a link in Discord. All right, go to Discord DMs. I just dropped a link in there. That's gonna pull up this site right here, which will also allow you to buy packs individually. Wait, why in the fuck are you 40.65? No, you're supposed to be fucking $3 worth of wax. All right, I need to fucking deal with crypto gods now with that shit. But now you'll be able to come over and claim week 1 and first quarter supporters for yourself on this site. It says no drop for you here because I've already claimed them, but okay, there we go. That's how it's supposed to be. First quarter supporter rhymes. That is intentional, sir. That is indeed a rhyme. Alright, swap high vouchers, swap high SPS. Next would be DEC, yes. Then we go No, HiQ Zinc isn't supposed to be in there. Well, no, actually, yes it is. Because yes it is. Yes it is. All right, THG. Team PH. Sassy Pup meme fun. Romeo and done. Okay, 661. Red Seals. Next between West. Alright, Hollow, maybe you can help me do this shit here on the fly. So, I'm going to do an array formula that trims the titles here and just combines the numbers to find a price. We don't want to split it. Okay, gotcha. We'll just do that another time. But I know that can be done, right? You can set up an array formula here so that it takes this, trims that, takes this, trims that, divides those, and then puts the pairing back in and gives us a price here, and does it for this, for each column as long as we have information there. Like, obviously, we don't on Stellar and PIM, but for Forge DEC, we do. I'm pretty sure we can do something like that. Yes. Can be done some way. We're not doing it today. Gotcha. Structuring the data differently would be more efficient. Yeah, I get that. I'm just copy pasting in, which is kind of why it's giving us what we've got here. I can restructure it, but I don't necessarily know how. Because, I mean, I don't want to be going through and typing all this shit in. If we could do it automatically from a pulled API, that would be so much better. My problem with all of these kind of comparison over time spreadsheets that I'm doing is just the actual work that goes into updating them every time with yeah, I get you. I just mean, like, because then I'm going through and I'm punching in every single number by hand. The reason we did it like this is just because that's how the copy pasting works, but also, is there a way that we can, like, make a box where we can input information which will then be copied into the sheet, and then when we change the box, what's copied into the sheet stays put? Because that's something I've never been able to figure out. Like, anytime I'm linking to something, whenever that information changes, then of course everything linking to that information changes too. But I just want I don't even really know how to necessarily structure that as a do a web form that runs a script on the input. Yes. Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need. Because, like, I do have space would be the delimiter there. like, that's pretty much what I'm doing on this one here. We've got... Okay, Undead Priest Bullet Mines. Here up. So you can see how I've got everything. We've got 2 hidden columns here for the splits and whatnot. But yeah, that's exactly what we do here. And then still, you know, this is an improvement over this one. And then I just need to get some of this tally thing working and whatnot like we had. So I need to take some elements of this and still put it into this, but at least this one here I can copy paste in instead of hard typing everything. Although I'd still rather not even copy paste in, I'd still rather just, you know, when I load, it checks the shit itself and then automatically updates. API Selenium plug in Google Sheets. Alright, so this is an actual class here. I will do that off stream. But does this look like what I need? I also took your advice and I started working on a lookbook. I still don't really know Pinterest all that well, so I don't know how to view the shit that I have saved. Some of this, I guess, is... No, I did not save that one. I didn't save that one. good, Jimbo? I sent you your packs today. Make sure you go get your first quarter supporter and week 1 supporter. Because he's on YouTube. I don't know. Because I ask people to watch the shit on YouTube because it helps the algorithmics better. Alright, Jim, you got a link in your Discord DMs that takes you to the pack sale and you'll be able to claim your banners. Gotcha. They're not technically packs yet, they're pack vouchers, but we do have actual NFTs for the packs, or at least for the vouchers. We got, let me go. Here you go, Jim. These are the Alpha Pack pre-sale vouchers. And with that link that I sent, you'll also be able to actually get them directly through Wax Mint on Demand rather than buying through me. Of course, that is at the flat rate price of $3 per pack. If you want to get the promo packages, you still gotta, holla at me and we'll work things out and whatnot. But yeah, we're getting everything set and good to go. I'm loving it. Yeah. I have 13 left to send out. All I need now is DJ Bagman's address, and we are fucking caught up. And that'll be dope as hell. Also, I need to figure out how I pull... no, I did not, Holazor. That's awesome. Way to go. Although, don't you have Matt Two Castle Clark in your... Oh, the guild itself got a cap. Oh, fuck, nice. That's nice. I has a land. I has a common mountain. Yo, yo, what's good?
Accept the guest.
Voice chat.
1, 2.
3, 4. I declare a thumb war on a dumb whore.
Oh boy, it's escalating quickly. It is escalating quickly. So I was tuning in on YouTube to play some music, and then I saw your not so beautiful face, and
I mean, as is wont to happen.
As is wont to happen, indeed. How are you doing?
Tired as shit.
Well, I mean, Haven't you been tired of shit since you turned 18?
I mean, no, there have been times where I've been tired as fuck.
Oh, yeah. And there have been times I've been tired as fucking hell.
Yeah, true.
There have been times I've been more tired than a dog that's just gone through something that dogs don't like to do thing.
The only thing I think I have yet to really be is more tired than a car.
More tired than a 1978 Ford Pinto. So I saw that you were working on...
This is not Rogue Patton. This is Prime Rogue Hollow.
Who the fuck is Rogue Patton?
Rogue Patton is a Splinterlands TV streamer.
I am definitely not a Splinterlands TV streamer. I'm not good looking enough.
I don't necessarily think that's necessarily a qualification. I mean, have you seen some of the SPL TV streamers? I'm not naming any names, but
y'all are a gamer model.
Nah, like you said, I was trolling through YouTube and saw my less than attractive mug.
I see Holozor and Jim are here. Hello, guys.
Yup. I don't know why neither of them are in the voice chat, but they are at least in the audience.
I guess they're not good enough looking for the voice chat, which is a rung lower, but then some of them are they both on Splinterlands TV?
Yes, they are both on Splinterlands TV. Everyone except you is on Splinterlands TV.
Oh, that's probably because I have playing bronze and have no ambition to ever. I play in silver. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, good sir?
My microphone is intermittently dying. Recording. Yeah. I was recording some stuff, and it's like, you don't have a microphone plugged in. I'm like, yes, I do. Got rid of the USB hub that was in the way, and then my microphone worked again. And then this morning again, it did the same thing. So I think I might need a new microphone after 8 years.
It's taking the mic and or taking the piss out of you.
It's fucking annoying. It's what it is, because everything's closed.
Right.
Oh. What time is it where you are?
It's the time that Jesus is being nailed into the cross. And
Oh.
he will be resurrected tomorrow.
In other words, it's non-exist o'clock.
Do you mean it's the time where I eat a spiral glazed ham
Sure.
and I cook up some krushka in the tradition of my ancestors?
You cook up some nice beefy blood red beef, and you consume that on the Friday.
Oh yeah, that's what you would never eat fish on the Friday.
No, you absolutely cannot. You cannot.
That sounds sinful.
The timber would otherwise rot as you dragged it through the ocean.
I mean, that is why they call it Good Friday. So, we all know fish ain't all that good. I mean, it's all right, but it ain't no fucking steak or prime rib.
My good friend Quadrille, and I believe this is a Southern expression, God bless his heart. His wife is Slovak Catholic. He lives in Slovakia, and I'm not talking shit about him. He was just translating it literally, and we were talking about it, and I burst out laughing. We were in a voice chat. He called it Grape Friday.
It is the day of the wine, Grape Friday.
Well, rum in his case, but yes.
Yeah.
So apparently in that household, his household, all the men stay home and drink while the women go to church.
That sounds like a Good Friday.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
So I'm thinking that I just rebuy the exact microphone that I've got right now. Because
if it lasted 8 fucking years, that's probably not a bad call.
I paid $90 for it when I got it. Now it's $67. So that seems like an even more appealing idea. It's just a blue snowball.
Better version of the same mic for $97.
Yeah, that could be an option. I could spend $90 on a new mic, and then
90, not 90. That extra $7 is for it.
Oh no, it's $23 cheaper than what I paid for it, however many years ago. So it's reverse inflation.
Yes. Depreciate.
But it's probably been engineered down to a cost now, and it probably doesn't have the same excellent components in it.
Probably not. It's probably being, what's that word I'm looking for?
Planned obsolescence.
Obsolescence. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late modern capital.
Late stage capitalism for the lost. Everybody's
That's
lost.
one of my favorite subreddits.
What, late stage capitalism?
Yep.
Okay. One of my favorite subreddits is r/I don't fuck with Reddit, because I understand exactly how much of a rabbit hole that represents, and I would just lose myself in the music the moment I own it. I would probably never let it go. It would take all of my one-shots.
And there would be spaghetti on your sweater already.
Yes.
The only one that's pretty good is your r/your local town, if such a thing exists, because you get to see all the idiots that are there.
Well, actually, in my current city, Calgary, there's one called r/r Calgary, and then there's one/r Calgary uncensored, because the people in r/Calgary are a bunch of uptight pricks who don't like it when you criticize the drug addicts who are infesting the light rail stations.
So similar thing for my town. There's Adelaide on Reddit, which is the serious, like, hey, I need to go to this place. Is there free parking in that area? And then there's an Instagram account that's called Shit Adelaide, which is footage of all the drug addicts in said car parking locations doing crap in their cars, or doing drugs, or climbing buildings, or intimidating police horses, or whatever. I had to say police horses because I heard a Canadian town, so I've got to make a dig at the Mounties.
Well, apparently, you do know, I presume, that like most Mounties have never ridden a horse and carrying out their professional duties, right?
I do now.
But that, in my experience, local police departments have more horses than RCMP in large cities for riot control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing here. Same thing here. They use them for riot control and the Saturday night strip, where people are like, oh, look, we need to arrest that man. Surround him with 3 horses.
I feel bad for the horses. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel bad for the horses.
They're beautiful horses. The horses they use for police work.
Yes, they are.
Beautiful horses.
It's like the doggos. Oh,
just don't let them get anywhere near IKEA. Otherwise, they'll be in trouble.
Oh boy.
Wood glue and meatballs. Who knew?
You're terrible, Hollow.
Thank you.
I think
you're welcome. It was absolutely meant as a compliment. I fucking love it. But god damn, you're terrible.
I'm blessed with dangerously quick wit.
Boom shackle. So, in other, my beloved Notts County are playing Wrexham on Monday, and whoever wins this game is probably going to win the league. Fuck Ryan Reynolds.
Did you just say fuck Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Like Deadpool Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, he's one of the co-owners of Wrexham. Decided to buy a football team in Wales.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Rob McElhenney is his co-owner, but I kind of like him, so I won't say fuck Rob McElhenney.
I'll say fuck Rob Macaroni. I don't even know who the fuck he is, but his name sounds like macaroni.
I like eating macaroni.
I like eating macaroni.
I wouldn't like being coached by macaroni.
You just go to the bench and you're like, what do I do? There's just a bowl of macaroni there. You got to read the tea leaves of the macaroni.
So I was supposed to play in a poker tournament tonight for the Bongsley Institute of Higher Learning.
Oh, yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. But it seems like either I fucked up or they didn't use a Unix timestamp. So I showed up like an hour and a half late, even though I thought I was a half hour early. And from there, even though my character, my digital whatever, had been auto folding each hand and slowly creeping into oblivion, I had somehow made it to 8th place out of 20 something. And then there was some man in the chat, a fellow streamer I won't name, who I disagree with on this issue, who was very, very, very upset.
I think I know the person you're talking about, but I'm also not going to mention names.
Fair enough. Who was very upset that the people who had not played their hands were not kicked from the tournament. But as you gentlemen may or may not know, the rules of poker state that for a tournament with a buy-in, you shall not be kicked. Every hand shall be auto-folded, and you will pay the blinds. The dealer will pay the blinds for you until you show up and run out. Them's the break.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. If it's where you're buying chips actively, then, well, fuck you. But if
what if you're buying chips actively and then continuing to fold every hand?
Well, you might do that in the charity tournament. I mean, or you might do that. I don't know why you do that.
It feels like a terrible way to play poker.
It at least feels like a terrible way to win poker.
Well, actually, to be fair, if it's a prize pool and you're folding every hand except the one where you're playing a blind, where you're placing a blind, it might actually be a decent strategy. Because I did better not playing than I do when I'm playing. I played yesterday in someone's private birthday tournament in a VIP room, and went out on the 5th by going all in on a straight.
I once did a poker thing at a casino in the city of Melbourne, Australia.
That's
and it was like it was up until I tell you the events of what transpired.
Oh,
it was one of those like poker games where everyone gets dealt a hand and you just have to try and beat the dealer, but then there's you can bet on the bonus if you get certain hands or whatever.
Is this a weird Australian variant poker?
No. The dealer draws 2 cards.
Oh, okay.
Then everyone on the table gets their 2 cards and the fold comes out. You're betting against the house, not against your fellow players, basically.
Oh, I see. It's almost like blackjack.
Yeah. It's kind of like a blackjack, like party poker, I think it's called, or something.
Okay.
And then you can place a bonus bet if there's like certain hands that come out, like a full house, flush, whatever. And I'm sitting there and I get a paired or suited, whatever you want to call them, king and queen in my hand. And I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, everyone gets their cards dealt out to them. Then the river flush or whatever, I don't know the proper poker words, but it all comes out and I quite literally have a royal flush.
Oh, wow.
And then all the cards are out. I've bet on the bonus and the bonus is like 20 grand or something absurd. All the cards are out on the table. The machine jams. So the dealer voids the hand because the machine is jammed. And I make the argument that everyone has their hand. There are no more cards. The fact that the machine has jammed after all of this has happened has no bearing on the outcome of the game.
Correct.
Pay me my fucking hand. And I got kicked out of that casino for making that argument very passionately.
Of course you got kicked out.
And everyone else at the table with me who saw this unfold also got kicked out because they took my side.
God.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. But then again, that's how the house fucking wins. Always fucking wins.
We were on a great run though, because the like hand before someone got 4 of a kind, and that was like a 3 grand bonus. Wow. There was a full house or whatever. So we were like absolutely like destroying the casino that evening.
That may have had something to do with the reason why you kicked out.
But I would have preferred to have been kicked out with that $20,000.
I could imagine.
Naturally.
I mean,
It probably would have been $16,000 because, when you have a win like that, you generally give $1,000 to everyone else on the table to stop yourself from being beaten to a pulp on your way out.
even if they're your mate, or especially if they're your mate.
No. These were complete strangers.
Oh, then,
If they're your mates, you tell them to eat shit and die and get on
and
with
then
their
buy them a
life.
beer.
Yeah.
I've heard that there's an Australian tradition, and I heard this from maybe someone less credible than you.
Is there anyone less credible than Holazor?
Yes. I had to think about it. In truth, is it correct that there's an Australian tradition of going out and getting in fights with your mates and then buying each other a pint after fighting for the sake of fighting?
I have not experienced this with my own circle of friends,
You do
but
not talk about Fight Club.
given the rate of alcohol-fueled violence in Australia, I would say that that's a plausible hypothesis.
Oh, fair enough. Very.
What about violence-fueled alcohol? How much of that is there?
Violence-fueled alcohol. Well, I suppose chemically it's a pretty violent reaction, the distillation activities.
I have to mint stoner yummy action. The kid who played in the Bundesliga tournament.
No, I entered one a little while ago and then forgot about it the day of.
Oh, you're one of those pricks?
My brain doesn't work. I went on Amazon to buy something and now I can't remember what I was going to go buy. All right, microphone, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
They send those to Australians?
No, we have Amazon in Australia. It's pretty good. I lived in the States for probably 9 months when I was in my young 20s. I am now no longer in my young 20s. And I fucking loved Amazon while I was over there. And then when it came to Australia, I'm like, oh God, goodbye, wallet.
Fair. Very, very.
Yeah.
Should be on my desk. Cheesy pie. Rare. Please. Shouldn't this be?
You are breaking up something terrible, man.
I am. I thought it was Halzor that was breaking.
It's actually probably me. I'm on very shitty internet right now because I'm behind on my bills, so I'm being throttled. So that's probably it, to be honest.
I have been behind on said bills in the past, and I really do wonder if they've throttled me.
Because I'm thinking that's been the problems that I've been having with other things going on with my streams as well. A whole bunch of other things. Oh shit, Jim's talking about someone's bus broke down at work.
What? I wasn't even watching the YouTube chat.
Either minting reason.
The bus couldn't handle being a noob. I didn't realize he can hear us if he's on watching the stream, so I had to type it.
Cheesy pop big prayer.if. We'll need to pull the hash. Do you guys know how to mint NFTs with hash? On Pinata.
I know how to roll blunts with hash.
I don't know anything. But that's mine.
Do you know that song that goes, all I know is that I don't? Those that I don't? That I do incredibly badly?
No.
Fair enough. It's okay. It'll be okay.
The bad thing is that all of the fucking audio going out over the stream is what I'm getting on Discord, so y'all are probably both fucking breaking up terribly for them. God damn it.
Because I'm hearing Halazar pretty well. Or Halazar, are you hearing me?
Yeah, because we're not going through Rick's internet on Discord. We're just going
No,
through
I know.
Discord server back.
Yeah, I was just feeling somewhat insecure that it might be my taking it.
No, yours is fine.
Rick done fucked up.
Yep. As usual.
I wonder if there's a plugin for OBS where you can put a bot in a voice channel and then it broadcasts the voice channel output to OBS instead of.
People have gotten banned on Twitch for using that because you can use certain combinations of word mirror the sound of racial slurs.
Yes, voice to text.
Mm-hmm.
It was very amusing. Sometime last year, I very much enjoy the Formula One race cars, and
I abhor them, but only because they used to come to my city every year. Otherwise they're fine. It's just the people who come.
Yeah, they used to come to my city, then they went to Melbourne instead. As well. I went to a friend's house to watch one of the races last year, and there's a subreddit called Formula Dank, which is just F1 memes and inappropriateness about Formula One and their drivers and so on. And they have a massive Discord server. And it was on that evening that we discovered that they did not have text to speech turned off in their live race channel. And none of the moderators knew how to disable it. So we were constantly sprouting memes and bad things about the race and bad things about the drivers throughout the whole thing until the moderators figured out how to turn off voice to speech. It was just great because we had a laptop.
What's his name? Lance something?
Lance Stroll?
Yeah, that prick.
Yeah, rich man with rich daddy who owns the Aston Martin racing team.
I'm Canadian. Can you guess who my favorite F1 racer of all time is?
I don't know, Danny Rick, because Australians are awesome.
Gilles Villeneuve.
Oh yeah, Gilles Villeneuve. Yes. It's just fun to say.
You didn't say it. I can tell you that.
I know. I'm not of the surrender tongue. My tongue
Of the surrender tongue, this motherfucker said.
I have to say, I appreciated that. Like,
instead of saying I can't pronounce it, my tongue can't surrender into those positions, I'm afraid. Oh man, that would sound amazing in French. Because I know that French-speaking people, having been there, hate it that you can't speak their language. If you could say to them in French, sorry, my tongue does not surrender to your language, just to see the expression on their face.
What's the word for surrender? I should know it. I speak fluent French.
It's not in our vocabulary.
No, seriously, what is it? I'm literally Googling. Several. Se rend. Oh, that's not. La remise. Oh, I guess you'd say capitulation. Yeah, capitulation. So say your sentence again, and I'll say it in French.
My tongue cannot capitulate to your language.
Ma langue n'est incapable de capituler à ta langue. Because you're saying langue twice, because langue is the word for tongue, but langue is also the word for language.
Gotcha.
Weird. A more clever way of saying it is ma langue est incapable de capituler non. Fuck, why? You're really fucking it up because the word for language is the same as the word for tongue.
All right, Kevin.
Yes.
Je suis désolé que ma langue ne puisse pas s'abandonner à ta langue.
S'abandonner? That's the wrong word.
What about the word for mouth?
Bouche.
My mouth cannot utter your language.
Ma bouche est incapable de parler ta langue. Yeah, that works. But French, really.
Yeah.
I used to love fucking around and going to super and speaking English. Things to do.
I remember when I was going through Europe, the greatest interaction I had was, all those World War II video games you play as a kid growing up. And Rick's going to be like, oh God, what's he going to say now? I was in Germany at a train station. Some bum came up to me and asked me for money. And I just stamped my foot down and just yelled really loudly, Nine! It was great. And he went away.
Ich spreche einmal Deutsch. Ich habe 3 Jahre Deutsch im Gymnasium gelernt, aber mein Deutsch ist scheiße.
Well, I did 2 years of German at school, in high school, and I still have no idea what you said.
He said that his German is shit. He speaks a little bit of German, but his German is shit.
Great, well done.
See, he knows better than me.
I also did 2 years in high school, but I distinctly remember Scheisse.
I just remember Ushita being exit.
I don't even know that one.
Because you got to say Ushita. And everywhere on the Autobahn, it just says Ushita. And you're like, ha, it's an exit. It's shit.
Repeatedly amused.
Yeah. And also, if you want to exit the Autobahn to do a shit, you're like, oh, look, there's the Ushita.
I like shit when I get off the auto. In a nice, clean German bath.
Well, you have to pay for toilets in Europe.
Oh, yes,
Public
you do.
Toilets.
Oh, man. I was in the old town of Stock. Discovered that the hard way when I had to take a shite and had to go into the store to break, money in. And then realized that use cash and toilets require it.
Yeah.
There are stores that don't accept cash in Sweden, and there are banks that do not hold cash. That's not a joke.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, it sounded like a joke because you said Sweden.
Sweden's a beautiful place.
Sweden's a beautiful,
expensive place, yes.
Yeah.
Is
I'm glad I traveled when I did, which was basically, hooray, I finished university now. Let's go travel, when I didn't really appreciate how much other stuff I could have gotten for that same amount of money.
interesting. I went all the way to Torah level. Could I put?
No, you're breaking up now.
I traveled after you.
Oh, okay.
Still wonder where that would have gone. I mean, I think
At least
I paid like 25 grand for the two to go to Europe.
At least I spent this money pre the invention of crypto, so there was no regrets about not buying Litecoin.
I do crypto on crypto not problem.
People are like, why you have spend money on crypto things? Because I don't spend money on holiday things.
Well, fair. I mean, I'm playing a game, Scholar, where people have $400 NFTs of wheat stand. The relative value of things is.
I love using my $10,000 Splinterlands team to win 30 cents.
Yeah, exactly. I like being a scholar on an account that's going to win $50 in Gala stuff and take 40% of it of someone else, like, I don't know, $3,000 account maybe?
How much value in cards do I have delegated to you on Splinterlands, Rick?
A lot. A lot.
I'm gonna go see now. Peak monsters. Did you send me 20 SPS this week?
Yeah.
I just wanna put my insanity into actual
It was a shit fucking week.
numbers.
You definitely had a lot better ones, but yeah, no, this one was rough.
So Rick sent me 60 cents in exchange for me lending him $15,000 worth of NFTs for the week.
Sounds like a very decent return. So on an annual basis, you'd be making about 30 some odd dollars. So you could pay for that. Your great grandchildren probably have amortized it. I believe in taking inflation. Yeah, but we could do that.
Let's see, 0.6 times by 52 is $31. You were correct. 31 divided by 15,000. It multiplied by 100. It represents an exponential percentage point.
An exponential function that your calculator
Yeah. It can't be expressed in like 10 digits or less. Oh wait, no. I did take 100 instead of multiplied by 100 because my brain doesn't work. Yeah, it's a 0.2% return on investment.
Although, did you actually spend 15,000 on the cards?
Oh no, I probably spent more. Depends on the cards that are in here, right? Because I know Kralis is no longer worth $2,000, but that's a modern card, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah. I spent $2,000 on my Kralis.
Got him. Need to read, sorry.
Alrighty. Hey, we broke 900 on the Stake GLX. Pretty stoked about that.
So many people are selling their surveyed lands. I don't understand why.
I don't either.
I think they're going to get more surveyed lands cheaper than the price that they paid for theirs. Wow, the cheapest keep is 4.9k. That's so crazy.
Weird that you can just randomly mint people's wallets. He's not. Sorry. He's actually a very nice guy. The tournament organizer. Rabbit. Does anyone want a random hint of a plate of pasta? It's an Italian flag animation over it, and the recipe or cheesy pasta bake, which an Italian person officially referred to as portion of Italian food.
I thought you were just offering a random plate of pasta that was in your home. You know, you're going to put it in a mailer and ship it off to anywhere in the world. But I realized you were talking about a JPEG.
It is VIRL, and it's not a JPEG; it's a GIF.
PNG is superior.
Yes.
Xanaros is count 13s. Does anyone want one of these?
Sure, why not?
I have 11. I don't have 11. What do you call it? 11T or 11T1?
11T1?
11T1.
I will send you 11.
That's fine.
And, Pulsar, do you have a wallet?
I do have a Wax wallet. It was created mere minutes ago.
Oh, well, let me just send this to Rick, and then I would love to get yours and give this abortion. Rick and I too many.
I'm resisting the urge to make jokes about how Penne could be placed into a revolver.
Do you have a preferred mint number, Holozor?
No.
How do you feel about for 25 or 26?
26 is fine.
What's your WAM?
Alpha Mike Echo 4 Mike .c.wham.
He knows it.
And
I don't know it.
I put Rick's. Oh, did I just send 11 to the other account and Rick's thing as memo? I may have just done that.
I don't know.
If that's the case, I'm just mint till I get to 11.
I tried to claim those tokens, but I have nothing, no CPU and no RAM to do so, Rick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to stake you some. Give me a minute. Or I'll just send you some and you can stake your own, actually.
Excellent, because I know how to wax because I used to use EOS. EOS was one of the best crypto things I ever did, actually.
Why is that? EOS dead.
Yeah, I know, but I was in on the EOS pre-sale and I dollar cost averaged in pretty much all the way. Then I think my average purchase price was 63 cents and I sold for like $20 a token.
God damn. Yeah, that's huge.
So it was a nice payday.
Do you think it died?
I don't know. Dan Larimer, maybe that's why Steam also died. That's why BitShares is on life support as well, I guess. Dan Larimer tends to develop blockchains, then vanish or get distracted and move on to another project.
The good news is that I sent Rick's Mint 11 to one of my other accounts, so I can easily send it. No. And Rick, when I mint 11, I will.
Okay.
There should be a, in your word of Galil, Rick, the numbers that should be counted should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, it would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 11.
Okay.
All right, I'm sending you over 5 wax now.
Thank you, sir. I will stake half of it in CPU, half of it in RAM.
Oh, and Prime, I pulled a bunch of my zombie stuff out from the necrotics one. If you want some more of it.
Wait, are you going to be playing that one on my Scholar or not? Forgot.
I mean, I don't necessarily hate the idea, but that's why I was letting you know if you want them, because like I had gotten way too much that I can't use, so I've got.
Do you just have commons, or do you have any rares?
Mostly commons. I think I have one that's not.
If you have something that's not a common, I'd buy it for you at market value. But in terms of commons, I'm pretty stacked.
Okay. Well,
Although
I mean,
I would take a look at what you have in case I like the aesthetics and they're in your regular wallet.
Yeah.
I'll go take a look in a minute. I just need to respond to.
After you send me that pasta in XT, I might actually go put some pasta in a pot and boil the shit out of it.
The pasta has already been sent to you, but my collection is not yet whitelisted, so you need to check the box. Those display non-whitelisted NFTs.
I'm not sure that I can do that. It involves me clicking a mouse button. It's going to burn like a quarter of a calorie, and
you're getting low on calories.
No, I've certainly not. I have an enormous surplus of calories.
How tall are you, Balzar?
I am 6'2".
Okay, I'm 6'3". We both have huge beards.
Yes.
It's very strange.
And then I'm 6'4".
You Canadian types understand kilograms, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Oh, good. I'm 110 of them.
I'm 128 of them.
Are we cut from the same cloth?
We very well might be. I mean, we're both citizens of the Commonwealth.
Oh God.
Although I want it. Oh wait, she's dead. Right.
Well, the king is not yet, but I'm sure he's not long of this world.
And now we have that cunt dead. Let's replace one cunt with another.
Yeah.
For any of the fans of the monarchy in Rick's audience, I do not apologize.
The monarchy is just it's like the borders between countries. It's just imaginary lines.
Yeah, it's worse than that though.
Yeah.
When there's a football match a few days after she died, and during this was in Scotland during the moment 10 minutes of silence or whatever they were having.
10 minutes of silence.
Yeah. The Catholic team, the supporters of the Catholic team, just chanted for I have no idea how long. Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie's in a box. No, Lizzie's in a box.
That is brilliant. Yeah, the only shenanigans that happened in Australia for it was they gave us a day off work to, allow us to mourn. It was declared a public holiday.
I don't know if Quebec. I doubt Quebec gave that.
I'm wondering though if they're going to give us another public holiday for the formal coronation of King Charles. Because I'm just going to hop on a plane and go watch it in corporeal reality.
I think you should just ask for the day paid.
Well, there's this thing in Australia. I don't know if it's in every other nation, but we've got this labor thing, which is like if you've worked at the same company for 10 years, you get 90 days worth of long service leave.
Per year?
No, every 10 years. So if you've worked at an organization for 10 years, at the commencement of your 10th year, you will be given 90 days of long service leave. And the original intent for this long service leave was to allow people to go back to England. And it was 90 days because that's how long it took to get a ship there and a ship back before aeroplanes were invented. And it's just this thing that's lingered on in Australian labour laws.
It's an atavism.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of great because I've been working at the company that I work for in my day job now for 11 years.
That's
So come this April 18th, I will have 99 days of paid leave. The even better thing about this is one part where Australia's labour laws are just brilliant, is I could take that at half time or half pay and have half a year off.
Wow, nice.
I'm not going to do that because I don't really see the need to take half a year off my day job at this point. But if you ever get retrenched or leave that employer, it gets paid out to you.
Oh. Dope.
Yeah. Like Australia is the opposite of North America when it comes to employee benefits.
Canada is quite decent, though.
I just figured that Canada copied America. You had to tip people on your way to...
The tipping is real, but some restaurants are moving it away from it, then paying servers a living wage, thankfully. Additionally, when you work for any company, as soon as even if you're a part-time employee, you're guaranteed 2 weeks, initially 2 weeks of holiday per year, plus all statutory holidays paid. Although they can ask you to work, but then they have to pay you either time and a half or double time, depending on the holidays. And as time goes on, you max out at 8 weeks of paid holiday.
That's longer than Australia.
Oh.
You get standard 4 weeks of paid leave per year plus.
As soon as you start working for a company?
Yep.
Oh.
Plus, public holidays. So Easter, Christmas, etc. And in addition to that, you get 10 calendar days of sick leave.
Wow, that's better than Canada. Sick leave is dependent and contingent on employer. Although you can't be fired if you have like a medical ticket, but they can surely find another reason to fire you, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's called managing someone out of the business.
Oh, yeah. Or it's called just firing them because they're a teenager and they...
My work still, I think, has a COVID policy as well, where it's like if you've been, it doesn't really matter because I've been working from home for like the last 6 years, but they're like, yeah, if you've got it, you get 2 weeks off. See you later. Don't come back.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, but I could be working from home now. Fuck off.
Oh,
And I've not had it, so
I don't think I've had it either. We were sick at one point, Meredith and I, but it wasn't COVID. Thanks.
yeah.
I mean-
My wife is unwell at the moment, but
I'm so sorry to hear
we'll
that.
see. We'll see. She'll survive. If not,
Unwell
I'll be
if
very,
she has a cold.
yeah.
Oh,
If
sorry.
if she doesn't survive, I'll be very lonely. You know what it's like when you get a cold. You're on the bridge between life and death constantly.
Do you have that expression in Australian called a man's cold?
A man flu. Yes.
Okay, yeah, referring to the fact that we're apparently extremely what's the term I'm looking for? Massive
Bitches.
pussy?
Sorry, Rick, you were saying something?
I said bitches because he was looking for the
Bitches.
term.
Yeah, bitches. Epic
Yeah,
bitches.
no. There is the standard Australian case of the man flu. It threatens to be terminal constantly, but eventually most men pull through.
Does it tend to arise in line with special sporting events and other analogous?
Yeah, I mean, September is sporting event season in Australia. That's when we have our Aussie Rules Grand Final, which is the equivalent of our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and this is an entirely controversial view to take. The company that I work for also has other forms of leave available to us, like blood donor leave. So if you want to go donate blood, you can take the afternoon off and go donate blood.
Can you pretend to donate blood?
Look, I haven't tried that, but I'm sure there's many people that do.
Because I can't really give blood because I pass out. Otherwise, I would, though.
It's funny, you know what the secret to not passing out is when you give blood? You just keep breathing. Because I used to do that. I used to inhale as the needle went in, and then I'd stop, wouldn't take another breath after that. And then you'd pass out.
Right. I don't know.
The
if
other
it
alternative
applies
is
to me, though.
The other alternative is to just lie down, and it's
They bring it out for me, even when I'm just having the smallest blood draw, and I still almost pass out.
yeah.
They say I have something called vasovagal syndrome.
Ah, yes, I've had one of those before as well. I had one of those most recently on a public bus.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it was.
Did you lose consciousness?
Only like momentarily, possibly for like 2 seconds or whatever. But yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
it's
fine.
not. Yeah, it's not a fun sensation, that thing.
No. To my knowledge, though, I've only had one other vasovagal episode outside of blood-related shite.
Yeah, I've had 3. One was no, 4 actually. One was blood related. One was anxiety/stress related, and the other one was completely random.
I mean, I've had panic attacks. I don't know if those are partially vasovagal.
I think they're somewhat related.
Well, they are related to the vagus nerve, but it's hard to tell. I mean, everything's kind of a synergy of different things, right? It's hard to isolate. How's that?
They sent me off to the cardiologist as a result of one of these, and they gave me one of those Holter monitors and all this other stuff, ultrasound, all that crap. And then when the cardiologist saw me afterwards, he's like, "Man, you've got the healthiest heart I've seen in a long time."
Wow.
I'm like, "You clearly don't know me very well then." And he's like, no, I'm not commenting on your compassion. I'm commenting on your physiology. I'm like, oh, of course you would be.
And he wasn't taking the piss with you at all?
No, he wasn't, because he's used to looking at like 70 or 80-year-old men with like hardened veins and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was many years ago now, and that was good. That was good until, it's like, okay, thanks for coming to see me. Here's the bill now. And then I had a panic attack.
Wait, why did you have the bill?
So even though we have socialized healthcare, specialist practitioners still charge a gap above and beyond that. So
What?
the government may cover $500 or whatever the fee is for their services for an appointment, but there will be an additional fee on top of that for like their technician that operated the machinery or their what they want to make in additional profit beyond that. So we've got this weird mismatch of like, yes, it's socialized healthcare, but for specialist appointments that are outside of a hospital, when you go see them at their offices, you always pay out of pocket, even if you have private healthcare.
The only situation in which that has occurred the only two situations in which that has occurred have been visiting the dermatologist, where he would used to charge a $25 fee for biopsies.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of loophole that got closed, and he had to drop it down to $5 as a transportation fee, so that it could be brought from his office to the hospital that was right across the street. And the only other time where I paid like real money, even then it was only like $100 or so, or $200 or $300, was I had to have. There was a biopsy that came up shady for something, because I have a family skin cancer, and basically they took a giant chunk of something off of like my scalp.
Yeah.
And I had to pay for the pleasure of that experience.
Oh, it's pretty good when it comes to those things here. But the thing that's not pretty good is, Australia is like the god king of sun cancer. I don't even bother calling it skin cancer. It's sun cancer. But I tell people they've got to be careful at nighttime in Australia because the moon reflects the sun's rays. So there's also the risk of moon cancer. Think about it, think about it. It's my conspiracy theory. But yeah, I'm really shocked and appalled that an annual skin check is not covered by our Medicare system, which is the name we've got for our socialized healthcare. You want to go get that? You pay out of pocket. Yeah, it totally is not.
Oh man, no, it's covered. It's covered for us. My favorite part is, it's not because he's gay, but my dermatologist is an effete 70-something-year-old gay man, and I just wait for it every year, and it has nothing to do with him. Maybe it does in my head, but consciously, I in no way discriminate against members of the LGBTQ plus community.
The alphabet people.
Yeah, but when he says, "Now please lift your scrotum," every year I'm just a little freaked out.
The doctor that I used to see regularly before my wife started working at a doctor's clinic, and I just go see her boss now. He used to be employee of the British prison system, and he was a doctor in that prison system for a very long time, and combined with the British accent, the fact that he had history working in a British prison, and the fact that he is a very obviously gay man is hilarious, because he is very, very, very terse, has zero bedside manner, and just gets to the point straight away. So
do you enjoy that or dislike that?
It's what you need, I feel, in terms of a medical professional who's like, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen, and this is going to be the outcome. As opposed to them buttering you up with the whole, okay, so we've got your test results and we're going to interpret them and speak to them, and there's no need to be concerned about this or that. It's just objective fact. Smash, smash, smash that objective fact button again and again and again, with that sort of, how there's like the two sorts of gay dudes. There's the gay dude who's the very sensitive and caring and, type. And then there's the really curt, quick, I'd say socially aggressive gay dude, where they just don't give a fuck. He's in that camp.
Is it from a camp that he's in that camp?
Well, as a row of tents.
We're on our way to getting canceled here.
We're just telling stories about real people and using good language and vocabulary to describe them.
So here's a controversial question for you. How are we supposed to regularly differentiate between a English accent and an Australian accent?
Well, I was rather disappointed when I went to the UK and I wandered around thinking, yeah, I'm going to be treated like a tourist. And people treated me like I was a local because the South Australian accent is a little bit more British than the rest of the Australian areas. So my most harrowing problem was when I was going through the airport. I was on prescription medication at the time for a medical condition. And there was a sign in customs saying, please press this button to speak to a customs officer if you have any of the following to declare. And it was a list of crap, and I had some of that stuff with me. So I pressed the button and declared what I had. And the customs officer on this little, Bakelite plastic speaker tells me to carry on. So in Australia, if you tell someone to carry on, you basically mean, please elaborate upon your story. Tell me more.
Oh.
So I kept telling him more. But in British English, carry on means, okay, see you later.
Move on.
Go
Yeah,
on with
move
your
on.
business.
So he just kept repeating to me, yes, mate, carry on. So I kept going deeper and deeper.
Oh, Lord.
And he's like, no, you're done here. Leave.
So without prying, you had a substance that was deemed controlled, basically, and he was just
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
was
all
it was a
good.
prescription medication. Yeah.
Right. I carry those along everywhere I go.
Well, I even had a letter from my doctor, which was, this person is traveling with this medication for this medical condition. And I was like, great, excellent, fantastic. But I went through Singapore and it's like, no, sorry, you can't take chewing gum through the airport. And I'm like, but what do I do? Because my ears hurt on the plane.
It's still banned.
Yeah.
I've regularly.
Take
Go ahead.
Can't take chewing gum? What?
Yeah, Singapore
Singapore's
banned chewing gum. The only way you can get chewing gum is with a prescription from a dentist because they've got sick and tired of scraping it off their streets.
Well, because they're an authoritarian.
Yeah,
Ish.
that too. Yeah. And they hate dentists too, apparently, because chewing gum is actually good for your teeth, provided it's not full of sugar. Yeah. Certain gums. That's the sort of world we live in. It's great. Someone made a post on
There's very
Hive.
little great about the world we live in, my friend.
Someone made a post on Hive about how somewhere in America Skittles are being banned, I think in California.
Yeah.
And I responded quite seriously, perhaps they should ban alcohol first because that causes many more health problems. Knowing, of course, the history of prohibition in the US and all that sort of thing. But I did that very tongue-in-cheek. I'm not sure how they're going to take it because they were very much serious of like, first they'll ban Skittles and then what next?
Oh boy, they were doing the whole like first they came for this and this.
Yeah. Mountain, meat, molehill, etc.
Lord.
If you ever have a child who becomes a Twitch streamer, Rick, can they be insert name on the molehill?
That was clever. I like that. I think that was very clever. Start. Nerd.
I don't know if you guys can hear my cat,
Meow.
but she's meowing at me for food. The only problem is she's 39 minutes early.
Okay, you sound weird right now. What's the issue with her being 30 minutes early?
Oh, because she should be fed at a regular time interval.
Is this you being weird, or is this an actual medical?
No. It's just how we turn her not into a murderous, rampaging creature.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes. Yeah, our dog is 13, so we let her do what she wants.
Yeah, our cat's probably like 10 or 11 years old at this point.
Is that old for a cat?
Yeah, I think most cats get to like 14-ish.
Okay. Now my dog is already, some would say extra in.
Oh, they're the octogenarian dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like probably a 80-year-old-ish, late 70s, early 80s. But go. He's a baby.
Well, shit.
Little baby.
I just realized that I had your stream paused on YouTube, so I wasn't actually seeing the difference of video footage. Because I'm like, man, you're looking at that artwork on your Pinterest board an awful lot.
Oh wow, I've not even had Pinterest open for a hot minute yet.
What is Pinterest used for?
Basically making representations of images of a broad range of topic to basically create something called a mood board, to basically be like, these images are the design brief or the style which I'm pursuing for a certain topic or whatever.
Okay.
I am, even though my day job is not, I am trained in the creative arts.
Oh, wonderful.
And I was making Rick be a learned member of this field also.
So what is the purpose of the mood board? Like, why would I want to?
So if I describe to you the concept of a wedding, immediately in your mind, white dress, bride, groom, all these images probably appear.
No.
Or perhaps Vegas shotgun wedding,
No.
Well, then you're not normal. So
Parkas on a black sand beach in ice in front of a rock formation. It's like a cock.
So a mood board would be used to say, right, I'm envisioning a wedding, and my definition of a wedding as imagined in my brain would be different from yours. So you would supply an array of images.
Like a picture of the rock.
Yeah.
Parka. Oh.
A leprechaun, other objects.
A dog ring bearer.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually makes sense.
The weirdest thing I've seen be a ring bearer is no way I imagined that. I would be like, how cool would it be to have like an archer with the ring around the arrow, and that's how the ring gets delivered on a target between the couple? Because that would be literal Cupid.
That would be dope as shit.
You need a good archer and no wind.
Or a really good archer and low wind.
Yeah, or an exceptional archer and lots of wind. Or depending on which side of the couple you're on, a really good archer and a hated parent-in-law.
I don't hate either my stepfather or my stepmother. They're actually quite nice.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. My in-laws are incredible human beings.
Yeah, my in-laws are pretty great.
One of my sisters-in-law is a daft cunt, but
yeah, I got one of those. And I guess it is technically in-law to be, but
my sister-in-law is physically smaller than me, because most people tend to be.
Yes.
But is older than I, so I always call her Big Sis, and it's hilarious because she's half my size.
Oh, that's funny. I also tend to be quite a bit larger than everybody.
Yeah.
Which I tend to think is a good thing.
It's a good thing, except when it comes to things like aeroplane seats and getting into the back of vehicles and
how snooty does it sound when I say that I always fly business class?
Well, business class over in Canada town is a bit different from business class in America, where they're like, oh yeah, you're going to be on a 10-minute flight. Here you go. Have a slightly wider seat.
No, they're starting to institute the lay flats. America
Oh,
for
nice.
transcontinental anyway.
Because I flew first once when I was in the States from like, I think it was Pittsburgh to Vegas or somewhere pretty big, trip. And the first class seat, I think it was American Airlines, was basically the equivalent to premium economy here in Australia. And I'm like, yeah, cool. That was totally worth the extra $50 I spent.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had like flight miles thinged, and when I checked in, it was an offer. It was like, do you want to redeem this many miles and this many dollars for a first class upgrade? And I was like, shit, yeah, I do. It's just like a 6-hour flight. And I was disappointed. I don't know. I was quite possibly drunk at the time. I don't remember.
I thought that'd be a 3-hour flight.
Pittsburgh to Vegas. I don't know. I'm thinking about what the distance from one end of Australia to the other end of Australia on a plane is, and it's around about 6 to 8 hours.
It is.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought it would be less.
Fucking huge, man.
Yeah, Australia's fucking just enormous.
Looks smaller on the map.
The nearest capital city from my city is an 8-hour drive.
Fucking hell.
Like, I live in a capital city. The next nearest capital is 8 hours away by car. 45-minute flight, though.
Oh.
And the crazy thing is, like, it's funny because you say 8 hours in a car. Like, when I was living up in Colorado, I'm in southwest Colorado. So, like, Denver, which is northeast Colorado, is about an 8-hour drive away from me.
Yeah.
And Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is basically straight south, is also about an 8-hour drive away from me. But Albuquerque, New Mexico is an 8-hour drive from Denver because they have interstates all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an 8-hour drive. 40 minutes of that is me getting from my place in the outer suburbs along the outside of the city to the freeway that then leads to the Australian. We don't even have really an interstate system. Most of our roads between towns are either single lane in each direction at 100 k's an hour.
Lovely.
Which is what?
Not dangerous at all.
In miles for. Yeah. But they're pretty nice and wide, and really the only real threats are the kangaroos that like to leap out in front of vehicles.
And falling asleep at the wheel because you're doing 55 miles an hour for a year and a half.
There's that too. But yeah, the speed limit, the highest speed limit in Australia is 110 kilometers an hour.
Jesus.
Which is what? 68, 70, call it 70 miles per hour. But most people tend to go 75 on those sorts of roads.
Cool. Hold on, guys, if you would mind, I need to turn off my mic for a few minutes. I'll be right back with you.
That's all right. The thing is, Rick, though, they build the roads really badly here. When car manufacturers say, oh, yes, we've designed this vehicle to deal with Australian road conditions, they basically mean we put better springs on it because your roads are fucking terrible.
At least you get better springs because your roads are fucking terrible. We got fucking terrible roads and fucking terrible cars.
The worst thing is when they don't put tires rated for the speed on the car itself, and they're like, yeah, here you go, speed limit 130, and they give you tires that are rated for 110. It's a thing. It's this whole ordeal.
Oh my god, it's after 3 already. Fuck balls.
I'd rather not. I'd rather have pasta fuck my mouth right now.
All right, suck balls then, I guess. Pass the balls. Whatever. I mean, if you insist.
Oh yeah, I ordered groceries online before. I forgot about that. My brain is really not functioning today.
It happens to the best of us. I'm kind of in the same dead space myself.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? It was I did I work on Thursday? No. Yes. No, no, I didn't
Maybe.
work on Thursday. My last day of actual work was Tuesday, in which I basically did everything I needed to get done for my projects and basically try and put automations in place for stuff not to break while I'm away. Then it was like, cool. Wednesday, we went to my wife's appointment. Thursday, I'm pretty sure I stayed home and did nothing. Friday, I did nothing. I mean, I've been playing sim racing stuff for the last 3 or 4 days. I've done 2,000 kilometers in sim racing stuff over the last 3 days.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's like 1,300 miles. Jesus.
Well, to be fair, I have done the drive from Colorado to Florida and then up to Tennessee and then back to Colorado in 4 days.
At least you weren't driving in a straight line the whole time.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, the interstate system in the US is orders of magnitude better than the road links Australian cities have between them.
Also true. Yeah, it was 4,400 miles we did in 4 days. It was an average of 1,100 miles a day.
That's a lot. How was your butt after that?
I don't think I had one. At least if I did, I damn sure didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I mean, I got that. I got that after the 700 Ks between here and Melbourne when I went over New Year.
It's just terrible. It's so much fucking. Oh my god! And it was one of those situations where like it was a pretty grueling road trip to begin with, but then you have the wrong person in the car with you.
Yourself, and you're like, man, I got to be here with myself this whole time.
No, honestly, I had a dude that he was kind of bankrolling the trip because I could not afford to. I had to get home to see my dad. He was in the Mayo Clinic, and no one was.
I know what
sure
that
how
is.
it was gonna be. So it was like super important that I fucking get down to see him ASAP, but I could not afford. I mean, even just the gas. And so I had a long weekend coming up. This is at the point where I'm staying up in Telluride all week long. I'm going back home to my wife at the time over the weekends, and then so I get off work Friday night. I go back, get all my shit packed up in the car, get him and all his shit packed up in the car, and because he's got to go back to Tennessee to pick up some of his shit from where he was staying, because he's going to be camping out through the winter up there in Telluride, but his Jeep is not going to make the trip. So it's like, all right, well, he's got the money for the gas and all that shit. I got the car that'll actually fucking go. So load everything up, whatnot, swing by my house on the way to grab some clean clothes and a hot meal before we fucking roll out. Wife picks a fight with me over the fact that I'm going to see my dad. So I leave with no clean clothes and without the hot meal, although he at least got a hot meal. We get in the car and it's like, all right, I'm going to drive overnight because I like nights and that's my thing. And I hate sun and everybody else always hates driving at night. So fine. Perfect. I'm gonna fucking fly through the night and we're gonna be pulling into Texas right about as the sun's coming up. So that's when you're gonna take over, and I hate Texas, so you're gonna drive through Texas, and then we're gonna, I'll take back over the other side as the sun starts going down, whatever. And that was pretty much how it went. It was smooth sailing all night. I fucking drove all night long. 6 o'clock in the morning, we are pulling into Amarillo, Texas, just as the sun is coming up. And I wake him up, and he takes over driving, and I pass the fuck out in the passenger seat. About noon, I wake up feeling like something is wrong. And it's about half an hour later, he pulls over, gets some gas, and I go into the gas station, and I start looking at the map, and I find the little "you are here" thing, and tell me, even you being an Australian and, you know, having a little bit of experience here in the States, but not all that much, you will understand when I say we were driving due east all the way across Texas. How the fuck am I in Randall, Oklahoma?
Because that's northwest, isn't it?
It is north of Texas, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know 100% where we got turned around and turned north. I'm pissed. I'm pissed at this point. Well, whatever. Fine. Get turned around, get back down onto the fucking correct interstate. We're heading across again and whatnot. I let him get back behind the wheel again. I fucking go to pass out again after I roll up a couple of fat blunts and fucking smoke them to the dome. So I'm doing this road trip. I've got over 2 pounds of marijuana on me. And like, I literally a box of blunt wraps in the car. Like multiple grinders, a bunch of different pipes and shit. Like, it could have been bad. It was not the smartest decisions I've ever made. But smoke a couple blunts, go back to sleep, wake up, and take back over as we're leaving Texas. Because by this point he's like, "Fuck this! I'm done with this goddamn state." Now you see why I don't drive across Texas.
The only thing I remember about driving through Texas was the cattle farms and the massive fucking train lines running through all the cattle farms.
Right.
And I remember driving in the opposite direction to a train that was running parallel to the interstate. And from us seeing the front of the train to seeing the other end of the train, traveling in opposite directions at speed, was like 20 minutes. And I'm like, how long is this fucking train?
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's definitely times where you'll see a train, you'll start counting cars, and you will lose count 3 or 4 times before you get to the point where it ends.
And it's just like traveling in the opposite direction, and I'm like, is this train like miles long? Like, I'd love to see the station where they offload this thing. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty much how freight works. It's a thing.
Yeah. Here, freight is basically trucks and planes, because Australia doesn't believe in trains.
Why is it that when you put something on a ship to get from point A to point B, they call that cargo? But if you put something in a car to go from point A to point B, they call that a shipment. Just don't make no damn sense. What the fuck?
The math doesn't math.
Mathers.
The English doesn't English. There is, though, an interesting electric train that's in use at one of the mining sites, where they use the battery to get the train up the hill to go collect the stuff from the mine. And then on the way back down, it recharges its battery purely through kinetic energy.
Yep. I kind of saw that one coming when you said the battery leads it going up the hill.
So this mining company basically has a literal gravy train that costs them nothing to operate now that they've built it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there's some maintenance that goes into the batteries and the connections
Yeah.
and the charging systems and whatnot, but
Signaling and all that.
yeah.
You know, um, it's just Australia is a pretty flat place. Trains would make so much more sense. You look at somewhere like Europe with all of its mountain pass trains, and you're like, why would you build a train here? And Australia is like looking at flat ground and going, why would you build a train here? Well, the answer should be, why wouldn't you build a train here?
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about them too is that they don't care so much about altitude, elevation, geography.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, especially if it's flat, like it does definitely provide some hassles and some troubles. Some more calculations needing to be made and whatnot. But yeah, if it's like just all flat,
Australia,
and especially
Australia's not only flat, it's also upside down. So you've got to take that into account when you're building a train line. How does the train stay on the track if the track is upside down? I get it. Like the engineers face some real problems here, but I believe they can all be surmounted.
Yeah, it does seem like the natural thing, especially because, like, from my understanding of things, like the interior of the country is pretty desolate.
Yeah, it's pretty much just iron. It's not even desert sand. It's just iron. Like it's quite literally red sand out. Imagine a desert, but instead of it being, you know, a Californian or an Arabian or Egyptian desert where it's like, yeah, that sand is yellow or white. No, it's red. It is basically put your fist into the ground and you will pull up at least 60% iron. That is the center of Australia.
Okay. Yeah, so like legit, why don't they build trains through there? I mean, I guess the best thing that I could think
you don't even need to mine the iron. You just dig it out of the ground where you are and smelt it on the spot. Bring a little bit of carbon and make yourself some steel, and you're good.
We're gonna make a rolling forge.
It's because, energy costs are so high in Australia. The only reason energy costs are so high in Australia is because we're not smart and put solar everywhere.
Right.
And geothermal power would be horrendously good here as well. But no, we can't have that. We can't have an excess of... Get this, Australia built a solar farm in northern Australia. Now they're building an underground pipeline, as in pipeline, but it's actually an undersea electrical cable to export power to Southeast Asia. And it's like, why? Why would you do this? Like, in what fucking planet does this make sense?
It's like Colorado selling our water to California when Colorado's in the middle of drought.
Yep. Look after your own backyard before you start enhancing other people's backyards.
I have been doing pretty fucking good on my backyard, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know. You've been talking about gardening and stuff.
That's actually where Leonard came from, our gnome that we were working on earlier. Did you see him?
No.
We got a new character that we are working into the history on Galil and whatnot, but it's kind of based on just the garden that we've got out in the backyard, and there's going to be some tie-ins and whatnot that people aren't going to really know about and everything like that, and there'll be some nice surprises for the first people who figure it out, because like there actually is a hidden dragon in the garden.
I got my father-in-law one of those garden gnomes that's holding a Tommy gun.
Nice.
It's great. He loved that thing. We've got a Yogi Bear in our back garden as our garden gnome.
Hey, woo woo. Let's go get ourselves a pig and egg basket. Die.
Exactly. He's between our lemon tree and our rosemary.
Nice.
And my pot of failed chili plants.
Oh, you got some of them too?
Yeah. Did I tell you about the chili festival that I went to last weekend?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so we had a thing called Fire and Spice, which was basically a whole bunch of hot sauce vendors and nurseries that grow various chili plants and associated industries all gather at a local oval and allow the public to sample all their wares. Met up with some of my friends there. My friend bought himself Zimbabwean chili plant, a Thai chili plant, and what was the other one? I think a habanero or a Reaper. No, Reaper.
Nice.
A Reaper plant. And we went and got some food from one of the food trucks afterwards, and he's like, "Oh, food's not spicy enough." I'm like, "I got a fix for that," because the chili plants that he purchased had like tons of chilies on them. So I just picked them straight off the plant and threw them straight on top of my food. And he's like, "Are you serious, dude?" I'm like, "Hell yes, I'm serious." And it was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
I just used some Thai chilies the other day myself, making a new recipe, and turned out pretty fucking good. I should have used more
Thai
of them,
chilies.
though.
Thai chilies are really underappreciated. They've got such a good flavor to them,
Yeah.
and they've got like a heat level that mortals can appreciate.
Well said.
Yeah. But I also got to try a Scotch bonnet raw off the tree, and that was really fucking lovely.
Nice.
The only problem is where I live, we get frost in the winter, and I don't have room for a greenhouse to keep it warm. And anything that is green and looks like a plant, the cat wants to destroy indoors, so I can't have nice things.
Ah. Yeah, that's no bueno.
But yeah, I bought a local sauce called Raven's Wrath, and it was habanero, plum, Thai chilies, I think, and probably a 6-ounce bottle of sauce. And I've almost gone through the whole thing this week. Such a lovely sauce. It also had like a smoky sort of flavor to it as well.
Nice. I actually did a hot sauce review video this week for my YouTube. And of course, I'm having fucking problems getting it actually rendered and everything so that I can upload it. But it's pretty cool. I went through, I think it's like Wonder Made or something like that. It's some kind of cheesy, cheap Christmas style hot sauce maker or whatever. But I had a 10 hot sauce pack from them. And
nice.
So I just went through and did a compare and contrast to all 10 of them and had a fucking fresh baked cinnamon roll with me as well. So I just, between each sauce, use that for a little palate cleanser. It was fucking brilliant.
Well, I know what to get you for Christmas. Hot sauces.
You would be on a list with that, yeah. It works pretty well. Your fucking legs aren't even on the goddamn pegs. That's hilarious. Can you see this guy?
Yes. Yeah.
I just noticed because he's a gnome and he's so short, his feet actually don't reach the fucking pegs.
Give him heels.
I mean, it's not even heels. That's a solid like 5 inches.
Give him 5-inch platformers. Give him stripper boots.
Yeah, I probably can actually do something like that. Yeah, here we go. Feet.
Where are them big heels? They probably
Even
don't
with
have
the
big...
heel on, he's just still not even there. Come on, say I've got some fucking disco heels with a fish in it or some shit like that.
No, he's just got an elf embryo in there because of the forever hatred between dwarves and elves. Although a gnome is not a dwarf, but they are closely enough associated. Yeah, I think the way they've designed this is so that it doesn't clip into other objects. Oh, that looks hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, the bunny slippers. It's got to be the bunny slippers.
I can advance. I can probably still make it work. Actually, let's.
Yeah, it's all about the angle there.
Oh wow, it's not even gonna give me controls on the legs. Fuck balls.
It's fine. You just need to be creative with the angle or another prop in front of the pegs to obscure it.
Or just lift the pegs. Like if I were to actually order it as a mini, I would be able to just clip them off and then just put them up higher.
Yeah.
It's just so like such a funny oversight that
Seeing this makes me want to buy a 3D printer, but I don't need a 3D printer.
well, you could just buy me a 3D printer and then I could print the stuff that you need 3D printed.
Well, I'm getting solar panels put on my roof, and I'm going to have excess electricity so you pay X to consume electricity from the grid here. If your solar panels produce power and you send your power to the grid, you get 0.3x. So it makes more sense to consume all the power you generate than it does to export it to the grid.
Yeah.
And a 3D printer would be a great way of consuming electricity and producing something that could be then sold.
Yeah. Definitely true that.
The only problem is I'd want to get a resin 3D printer and not a ABS one, and they aren't exactly great to have around because of the fumes. Although I do get Wi-Fi in my shed. Could set it up in the shed and just make the shed a hazardous materials area.
There you go.
Why is the shed glowing? No reason. Because I think you can get glow-in-the-dark filament for the resin 3D printers. I'm pretty sure you can get them for the ABS ones as well.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if you can't.
All right, I'm going to go feed my cat, then go make myself some dinner. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you.
Likewise, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and raid over into. Actually, I'm not. I'm not gonna raid nothing. I'm just gonna call it. End this.
It's like I'm leaving. Other people are. I haven't seen the chat move in a while.
Yeah. It looks like the last message was you. It couldn't handle being a noob.
It's true words. Have a good time, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. You as well. For those of y'all hanging out in the chat, thank you so very much. As always, I appreciate you. I've been Rick. You've been on the mountain. It has been a wonderful time. And I will see y'all again right back here tonight and 21 and a half hours from now. And then around this time, we'll be on Splinterlands TV. So see you then. Thanks again.